I ran out of holidays from work and got the option of a last-minute holiday, so I called in sick for 5 days. Lots of people do this, so probably not an issue, right? I'm not linked to anyone at work on Facebook, but turns out one of my friends is. And my manager has now seen posts with pictures of me on holiday.
You snitched on yourself.
So
You
don't
snitched on
post pictures of you doing illegal things.
I think I'm about to steal!
I know she's seen them because she's made a comment, but I don't know what, if anything, she's going to do. Like commented on the Facebook, like,
looking good, about to be fired.
can she do anything? Probably fire you. But there are some relevant comments and some juicy updates. But that's the first. Can she do anything? John, what do you think?
I think you just be like, listen, I wanted a vacation. You guys won't give it to me, so that's that. What's the damage?
The damage is the time that the company paid that OP for the time off.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Did all of our clients revolt against
Did
us
the
and
Johnson
batten our
account
doors down
fall down?
of the office? No.
Probably not. It's probably fine. Relevant comments, OP. Okay. Can they use Facebook as evidence? I thought companies couldn't use personal social media posts.
Oh.
I know it's wrong. It just didn't seem as serious as this. I was a bit anxious before when she made the comment, but wasn't expecting to be sacked. People at our place only get sacked for things like fraud or serious safety. What can I do? And since I posted, all the response seemed to think I will be sacked, which to be honest, I hadn't really expected because I didn't think they could use Facebook. If it's on Facebook, it's not illegal, right? I'm not sure if my manager will do this, but I'm now really worried. Can anyone advise me on what to do? And there is an update.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's our little relevant comment section.
I feel like they can probably use that against you.
There's been so many cases where someone does something crazy, the video goes viral,
I think
everyone sees it on Facebook, and your company's like, yo, I don't want that
Yes.
at my company.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
done.
And you get fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, the things that they put on the internet can come back to haunt you.
Really?
Just like this podcast
Oh.
when we have our political careers.
Yeah. Sam for president.
Vote now. Just don't look at any of these episodes.
Woo!
Please comment what comment will not allow him into presidency.
Oh, God.
What Sam quote will cancel his presidency?
So many. So 2 days later, we got an update. So am I the a-hole for not celebrating my friend's promotion? Christmas is going to be terrible. It seems very likely that I'm going to be fired from my job when I go back for what was a massive error of judgment.
I've made a severe lapse in my judgment.
I have to go to a meeting when we reopen, but advice is that it doesn't look good for me. Also, I can't really job hunt because all the companies in my field are closed for Christmas. I've never been in trouble before, and I'm feeling really sick and scared. Do you think OP is going to be fired?
Maybe.
Probably, yeah. I'm getting big corporate vibes. This is like a big corporate firing thing.
Comment right now, is OP fired or not fired? Let us know. Also, subscribe. What the heck?
Dude, stop not subscribing.
Subscribe. Ironically, my good friend has just got a big promotion, which is well deserved. She'd planned a big night out to celebrate, which I agreed to go to before all this happened. When this happened, I said I couldn't go. I was too miserable and probably shouldn't spend the money. She said she'd pay for me. I still didn't want to go and said I'd put a damper on the night. She said it would do me good to be distracted for a night. I told her she was insensitive. If it was for any other reason, I would go, but not for this. She told me that the trouble I was in was my own fault and I was selfish for not wanting to celebrate her success just because I've I was really hurt that she said this and it escalated. I didn't go. She still went with other people, but she's still annoyed with me. Am I the a-hole here? So there's two am I the a-holes. Am I the a-hole for faking sick leave to vacation? And am I the a-hole for when I thought I was going to get fired and didn't go to my friend's promotion party? Am I the a-hole for that too?
Okay, so
What do you think? And there is more. There is another update coming from January 1st.
okay.
What do you think?
Well, number one, on faking sick leave, I love all the stories of finessing the big corporations. So I'm going to say not the a-hole because I love those. And number two, I would say the a-hole because I don't think you had to bring that energy to that person. I think you could have
But
like...
what if OP knew, like, I'm going to be super depressed. I'm not going to be fun at this party.
I think it was the delivery that made the a-hole like, you're so insensitive. Like, how dare you invite and try to baby him? It's like, this person is trying to do what they think is best.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like, listen, honestly, I just need some time alone.
To chill.
Yeah, leave it at that.
I agree.
I would have gone out.
I mean, I would have gone out too, but in a more real sense, I probably wouldn't have.
You would have, but actually,
I don't even want to go out when I am in good spirits.
27's getting to him.
Yeah, no, seriously. Christian and I were talking. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to invite you out because every time you go out, you're like, I don't like being out.
Christian said that to you.
Because I always say whenever we go out together, like, I don't want to be out.
Guys, are the Donners grandparents? Are
We are,
Sam and
dude.
Sophia grandparents?
We are. See, I want to go like skateboarding or surfing. I don't want to go like partying and drinking.
Interesting. Okay, so it's the type of activity.
It's the type
for
of
you.
activity. Yeah, if I'm going to a bar or like a club, I'm like, this.
Nice.
So if this person that got the promotion was like, hey, we're going to celebrate by shredding
The
at
Nard?
the freaking bowl or
Dude.
the Nard, any of the
dude,
shreds.
Down.
Down.
100%.
But as soon as it's like, yo, we're going to go dance, we're going to go get some drinks, we're going to go to this big, huge club, flashing lights.
Not as into it.
Not as into it.
Not as into it. Unless it's like a small swing dancing club with like 70-year-olds.
Right.
That 100% down for
Bring
it.
out the 70-year-olds.
Bring out the
Sam is
70-year-olds.
there.
I am there. But you know what I'm also here for? This update. So everyone on Reddit says OP is the asshole. And the relevant comments. So you've seen it now. It's as it says. In my defense, I know other people who've taken sick days when they weren't sick, and I didn't really think it was serious. Facebook. I'm not linked to anyone I work with and didn't post anything anyway. It was a post a friend made, and she is linked to coworkers. I didn't realize that Facebook posts could be used as evidence in work situations like this. Anyway, it seems work are treating it seriously, and I'm probably screwed. From what our union guy says, you know you're screwed when the union is like, yeah, you're screwed. Thanks for your judgment. It makes me feel marginally better. And I'm not denying I did something wrong. I am owning it, but I'd say fraud is a bit strong of a word. It's time theft. You're a time thief.
Stop stealing time.
All right. And we have an update on January 1st. We got another update on January 14th. We got a flurry of updates.
A saga.
Okay, so January 1st, 2023, I have a disciplinary meeting next week. So 2 days before my 2-year work anniversary, I am going to admit the allegation, which was that I took paid sick leave to go on a holiday for a week. They found some posts on social media. It was a decision, which I regret. But can't you just be like, I was sick, I just couldn't work, I got a headache?
You could also, if they're like, hey, you're fired, just be like, all right, take that week of pay and just don't take it out of my next paycheck.
Right.
What's the harm?
Yeah.
I would have used my sick, and I use my sick days.
But I think it's like the idea of like if you steal like $10,000 from the company,
Right.
and then you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give it back. No harm, no foul. You're gonna be like, I don't know if we trust this guy anymore.
But it's like, I don't know. I feel like actually like if you sent an invoice that got the money wired, that is a wholly different thing and experience than like,
paid sick leave.
Just being like, yeah, I'm on sick leave. I'm taking off. Do we know for sure
100%.
that they got paid for that time?
yeah, it's paid sick leave. It's
paid sick leave, okay.
Paid sick leave is, yeah, it's paid. So the letter I have states they are considering it as gross misconduct.
Gross.
Ew. Yeah, gross misconduct. I am in a union and the rep has told me it looks bad. I now understand how serious it is, but in practice, is this something which is likely to get me sacked? I feel like everyone's saying like, yo, you're gonna get sacked.
Yes.
He's like, really? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Really?
Yes.
Is there a reason it would be better to resign before being dismissed? I do not have another job, but I worry in case I did that and they were only going to give me a warning. Is there a point this becomes obvious? Thank you for your help. I've been in trouble like this before, so I don't know what to expect. Oh, so this isn't even your first time, OP.
OP, come on.
Oh man, it gets worse
Put
each
two and
time.
two
I love how
together,
like
bro.
at the end he's like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the first time I've been fucked over. Relevant comments from OP. The discipline policy as a list of things they are saying as fraud and falsifying records because I signed the RTW saying that I was ill is an example of that. The rep says the policy is very standard, mirrors ACAS 3 levels of warning, 1 right of appeal. So maybe you're only on your second warning.
Maybe.
It wasn't even my Facebook, it was my friend. So a friend from the trip posted, and that friend was connected
They
to the
still
boss.
see it though.
But that friend was connected to the boss. So it's only because the friend was connected to the boss that the boss saw it.
Maybe fire that friend is a friend.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, keep your trap shut. We went away abroad for a week, and there were pictures over the course of the week checking us in at our location. There were some pictures in bars, but not all. And no, I won't be there 2 years until 2 days after the hearing, unfortunately. I wanted to go away on holiday abroad, but didn't have any holidays left, so I booked the holiday and then called in sick. At the time, it didn't seem like a big deal, but it was really stupid. I get that now. I then signed the RTW when I got back saying I was sick. I guess like the return to work form.
Maybe.
That's what I'm guessing it is.
Let us know.
I've never had any warnings before. I've had some time off, but never enough to have a warning. I thought you said earlier that I've been in trouble before. Maybe it was for something else.
Yeah.
I don't work in a regulated industry. So does this mean even if they sack me, it wouldn't be in a reference? And no, I said I had flu/chest infection. So now there is.
Yes.
Another update.
Whoa!
January 14th. And this is, am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend's brother for a job when I'm desperate? Oh man.
OP just keeps getting more down bad and just gets worse and worse the more down bad they get.
I've had a bad few weeks.
Oh, God.
I've just lost my job due to a misjudgment on my part. I also love, so just so y'all know, this guy has been posting to a bunch of different subreddits.
Like maybe these guys will think I'm not the a-hole. Maybe these guys will think I'm in the right.
Yeah, so like the first one is like from r/HR. The second one is r/am I the asshole. Then the third one is r/askhr. So he's going everywhere for anyone to just like tell him what's going on. And this is again r/am I the asshole. So I've had a bad few weeks. I've just lost my job due to a misjudgment on my part. My company overreacted, in my opinion, and dismissed me. I've had to accept this and move on, but it's been hard. To keep afloat, I've got 2 minimum wage jobs in unrelated areas. I've only just started them and already absolutely hate them. They are boring and brutal. I'm quickly eating into savings and I'm desperately looking for something similar to before. I'm applying for jobs, but nothing yet. It's awful at the moment and I'm really worried. My best friend or boyfriend, Dave, and his older brother, Kieran, both work at the same company, but in different functions. Kieran is more senior and has been there longer. Dave hasn't been there long and got the job through his brother. We went to his parents for dinner the other night. Kieran and his girlfriend were there too. I've always gotten well with all of them and they know my situation and have generally been supportive. It came out accidentally, which stung a bit, that there is a vacancy at their company similar to my previous job.
Ooh.
I asked about it and Dave couldn't help, hadn't known about it, didn't know the people involved or what the job was. Kieran did know and could have helped, but was non-committal and vague, but I kept asking and he provided more details. So this is OP's boyfriend's brother, Kieran. I thought I could definitely do it and was really enthusiastic, but Kieran's like, oh, I don't know. Like he's just kind of being like,
it's
yeah,
there.
it's
a
there,
role.
it's there. Yeah. Like maybe apply, go on LinkedIn or something.
Yeah.
I asked him if I could apply and he wasn't keen at all and said he didn't think it was a good fit and not my thing. He knows anything would be a fit at the moment. Like basically OP's like, I'm down for anything. I said it sounded perfect and I wanted to apply and asked him to put a good word in for me. He still didn't sound happy about it and kept making lame excuses. He's like, I don't want to vouch for a guy that takes sick leave willy-nilly.
Yeah, maybe.
Potentially.
I am kind of, this is me just assuming, but I'm kind of reading in between the lines and maybe OP is not the highest grade in the dispensary, if you get what I'm saying. Like, maybe this person isn't super sharp if they're like, man, I put there's a picture on Facebook and they could use that as evidence. Like, it is literally evidence.
Yeah, dude, they're not the sharpest bulb in the drawer.
Yeah.
For sure.
You both just said 2 different things I've never heard before. Highest grade in the dispensary, clever bulb.
Not the
Not the sharpest
bulb,
bulb in the drawer.
Yeah.
You know, sharp bulbs. You know what they say about sharp bulbs?
They hurt your eyes.
Yes. Great save.
There we go. So he said it was a different department. He wasn't the hiring manager and couldn't influence it. I was free to apply, but he couldn't really recommend me. I asked why not, as he'd recommended Dave for a job in a different department. Then his mom got involved, backing me up, saying family was important and I was a great worker. But you still.
But you an 80.
He argued for a bit with us, then said he'd not had concerns about Dave, but he did have concerns about me. After everything that's happened and thinking he was on my side, wow, I got annoyed and probably shouted a bit and asked him what he meant. He said I had work ethic and attitude problems and I didn't get fired for nothing, and he wasn't prepared to harm his own career recommending someone who he had concerns about. He said family loyalty also meant me not harming him at work. I couldn't believe it and said so. His mom agreed with me and there was a big row, us versus Kieran. Then Dave also got involved and asked his mom to back off and me to leave it, which was even more hurtful. We left soon after and Dave is now annoyed with me for causing the fight. All I'm trying to do is get back on my feet and be given another chance, and I feel so unsupported. We had another fight and he blames me for that. So am I the asshole? And there is more from this sad, sorry son of a bitch.
I love that the verdict for this one was and they have no context of all the other things that she's done.
Right. It was just the asshole of this. So she keeps getting the asshole, even though they're trying to get like a fresh start in every new subreddit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so like two sides. One side, I always like respect the hustle of like, there's a respectable way to be like, I'm gonna shoot my shot and like, let me like go for it. But on the other side, for like Kieran the brother, I feel for him because like, if you're gonna put a recommendation in that does reflect on you, and who knows the politics of this company, maybe that's like a really big deal, and like at the end of the day you do want to like put someone or suggest someone in that position that'll actually do well and like reflect well on you. I think maybe both a little bit the a-hole.
So you think Kieran the a-hole for maybe not doing really anything for OP, because potentially like how much how much does a recommendation really
do it?
Yeah.
And like also Kieran at least could have sat down and be like, hey, look, like maybe just given like OP the 411 of like, here's the company, here's how they operate. They're probably not gonna like this and this, and like, but if you do it this way, you might have like, you could have a higher chance of success. I think OP and he could be like I'll be honest, like I don't know if like they would be like really clamoring to have you in, but let me give you this advice and like give you this support in this way.
Yeah.
I feel like
and I could say like, hey, I know you, and he is but the thing is like, what if he's just a total nincompoop?
That's 100% possible.
It's really hard to recommend a nincompoop.
Yeah.
Have you ever recommended a nincompoop?
I'm trying to think. I feel like
for odd jobs.
I did have
We've kind of offloaded nincompoops a little bit.
Yes, we have. And also I had a guy call me one time, literally it was like 2 years after I'd met him, and he wanted me to intro him to an investor that I like. It was Tim Draper from the reality show. And this was like 2.5 years after I was on the show. And I was like, bro, like I can't just like text him and be like, what's up, dog? Like I got this guy he's got this crazy, no, it doesn't work like that.
Also, like I've had people that were kind of like dicks to me reach out and ask for like people I've been connected to. And I'm like, in what world?
Yeah.
I, one, barely know you. Two, I don't think I even like you. And it sounded like you didn't like me. Why are you asking for this out of the blue?
You don't deserve that. But on the flip side, like you and me were like, hey, we're like, doing good in this creator game. And like, if there's like a creator we want to collab with and we see them like, you know what, let's like go up and like just shoot our shot, say what's up. And maybe we can build a relationship to do a collab. Like,
and then cry.
I would do it.
And then cry if they don't in front of them,
and then cry if they don't in front of them. But like legitimately like shooting our shot for maybe like above our league, but like putting our best foot forward in a respectable way. There's also nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking. I think there's something wrong with pressuring.
Yes, there we go. That's it. So I'm saying a-hole both sides. A-hole both sides. Let me know. Listen, fight me in the comments below. Fight me in the comments.
Recently I had a flip thing where a guy I haven't talked to since high school, didn't really like have much interaction with him, hit me up on LinkedIn and asked for an intro to this company that I know.
Yeah.
Because his company wanted to invest and they ended up investing and it worked out.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I didn't really know him that well. And then the friend I did know decently well, and yeah, it worked out.
We've had crazy intros that didn't make any sense. And then the people loved us and we're like, this is amazing. So it can happen.
John and I were a cool intro from a friend. Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
So it can work out.
Yes.
But
don't be an a-hole about it.
But don't be an a-hole. And it feels like OP's being a little bit an a-hole about it. So let's get into the next update. So everyone said OP's an asshole.
Ouch. Everyone.
The comments from OP. I took sick leave when I wasn't sick, then went on holiday. Like I said, stupid misjudgment, which I know others did as well, but I got caught. I will never do this again, which is why I was hoping for another chance. As you now know, I called in sick because I'd run out of annual leave and had opportunity of a last minute holiday. My friends posted pics on Facebook and some of my colleagues saw. It was a stupid thing to do, but I wasn't the only one doing this, so probably didn't think enough about it until now. I do accept it now though, and will never do anything like this again, which is why I'm hoping for another chance. I was upset because Kieran was initially supportive and gave me advice and told me I could turn it around, so this feels like a huge slap in the face from him.
Kieran lied to her.
He's lying. He's a complete liar.
Yeah, OP's like, I think OP's a him, yeah?
Is it a him?
I have no idea, actually.
'Cause,
I've been talking out of my booty.
Perhaps. They said they had a boyfriend.
But did we ever get, I don't even know.
I just assumed it was a dude, but it could be
I think I said he as well, but not even knowing.
Yeah. I don't know if we ever gendered OP. Anyway.
What's it wrong of me to do that?
It was terrible of you.
Yeah, how dare you?
You disgust me.
How dare you?
Cancel.
I disgust me too.
So I guess like something that is hard about the Kieran situation is like Kieran's like, hey, you're going to turn this around. I'm just not going to be the one to help.
Yeah.
Like that is a rough.
Well, then
thing.
help me turn it around, buddy.
So there is an update on May 13th, 2023. So I posted a few times just before and just after I lost my job. Looking back now, I'm embarrassed about how entitled I sounded, but I was in a bit of a shock and disbelief and not really thinking straight at the time. I worked at my previous job for nearly 2 years. The culture and enforcement around timekeeping and attendance was quite lax. It was well known that people called in sick when they weren't. People called in if they needed a day off for a school thing, for their kids, or for a hangover. Everyone knew they were doing it. Nothing happened as a result. Right or wrong, it happened. I got used to it, and like others, sometimes abused it. It wasn't the best, but also not the worst. But we got a new head of department. I now see she wanted to change this culture. They did some announcements / warnings, but I didn't pick up exactly what was being said. My fault totally. So I ran out of annual leave, wanted a holiday, and like others, I just called in sick. I did this at a time when my department was very busy. It was bad for my colleagues, and I get them being annoyed with me. Some of them found out I was away from my friend's post and told my manager, who took it through disciplinary processes, and they sacked me. I later found out from one of the ex-colleagues that I handed it to the company on a plate. I gave them the perfect case, gave them all the evidence, etc., so they could sack me as a warning to everyone else. The absent rate is apparently great now. How stupid am I? I went into shock and panic when I was sacked. I was scared about being homeless and never getting another job. I applied via agencies and got short-term work. Lots of it. It was hard. As per my post, I found out about a job at my boyfriend and his brother's employer, which was similar to what I'd done, and thought if I got that, I wouldn't have any gaps in my resume. I see now how inconsiderate I was to both of them, especially Kieran, who would have had to vouch for me. I've apologized to Kieran, and he's accepted it. I also apologized to their mom. Dave did know about it, by the way, but just felt easier not to. Kieran knowingly took the rap for him. So I got lots of short-term agency minimum wage jobs. So basically Dave, who is OP's boyfriend, knew about the job, but didn't want to recommend OP either. And so put it on his brother, Kieran.
Wow.
And is like, hey, you take the heat for this. I got a job in a pub kitchen. I've since been promoted to the bar. I burnt my arm on the night of Dave's sister's engagement party, which I couldn't get the night off for. Incidentally, on that night, Dave's mom had a few drinks and told lots of family members why I wasn't there. Nice.
Nice.
This week it's the mop, next week it's the fries. Just climbing his way up.
Yes.
To be clear, good Kanye reference. Yeah, I know my hip hop.
Yeah, go Sam, everybody.
He watched the pod.
What is that?
I got it. You got that ambition, baby.
Man.
Look at his eyes.
Yes.
This week he's mopping the floors. Next week's the fries. I stick by his side. Another dude balling. Yeah, that's nice. They're gonna keep calling and trying. And you stay right, girl. When you get on, you ask for a white girl. Get down, girl.
Go ahead, get down. Get down, get down, girl. Go ahead, get down.
I love Kanye.
Fun segue.
Have you heard about the workplace abuse he's getting sued for?
No.
Okay, it's kind of funny.
Dude, apparently he hates polka dots. Did I tell you that story?
Yes, you did tell me that.
Oh, wait. I want to say a few things. Yay employee said he's threatened them in speaking in a Mario's voice. So like he's threatening them in Mario's voice. Employees claim Yee threatened them by saying, I'm going to punch you in the face, before abruptly changing tone, mimicking Super Mario's victory dance and saying, I'm going to give you one more chance, another life.
So he's like, I'm going to punch you in the face, but I'm going to give you one more chance. And
then he said,
me, Kanye.
That's fucking
he
crazy.
said, He told employees if they got fat, he would fire them. And another one, wait. Yi went on a rant and had staff members come to a meeting room and watch the Batman, the new one, mute in silence.
I could
Genius.
never. I could never. Genius. I could never. Oh my God.
I'm gonna give you another line.
Hopefully,
I'm gonna start calling Riley into rooms and just playing movie silence. Look at this, Riley. This is important to the business.
don't get fat.
Okay.
Wow. Hopefully, Opie's boss is not like that.
That's crazy. Anyway, all right. Editors, you can cut a good chunk of that.
Or leave, yeah.
So, one, on the plus side, I ended up getting an evening job cleaning offices through Dave's auntie. I still got it until I feel more secure about the other jobs. One of the longer short-term positions I got, I was sacked for being late due to an accident on the motorway. It really opened my eyes to what? To be on time? Or
I never realized that being on time was so important.
I'm now working in a similar job to the one I lost, but for far less money and longer hours. There is regular overtime, 6 to 2 on Saturday, and I am at the moment keeping my pub job and cleaning jobs, so I'm taking home a bit more. The main job is going okay, the company is good, and long term, there may well be more prospects than previously. I am being the perfect employee and intend to remain so. Around the same time as my post, Kieran and his partner announced they were expecting a baby, so I obviously was not a priority. Their sister announced her engagement, the party I missed, and lots of commenters have expressed their hope that Dave would leave me. Lovely. He didn't. I now think it was because he didn't have the guts. We aren't together anymore. My decision, though I think he was relieved, not really anything to do with this. He's seeing someone else now. He says they met after we split up. I don't believe him, but what can I do? Some Redditors will be pleased, no doubt. I randomly saw Kieran after this. He said he thought we weren't right together, that I needed someone to stand up to me more, and Dave wasn't it. Made me feel strangely better somehow. I actually feel I will miss Kieran more than Dave. He was like a big brother. He'll be a great dad. Anyway, yes, I was the a-hole. I got a lot of nasty comments and DMs, but also got a lot of great advice and support. Life is quite hard at the moment, but I'm working to make it better. And there is another update.
Oh my God. You know,
I hope Opie's life gets
Opie,
better.
maybe, we don't know this for sure. Maybe Opie's an idiot, but it's very sad what's happening to this
Sad
idiot.
Yeah, sad idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Relevant comments. So Stephen Allen 1977 says, thanks for the update. Seems unlike most of the posters in AM of the A-hole. You took on the advice given and have been working hard to be a better person. Better to make a mistake early in life and move forward from the experience. And OP says, thanks. I really don't want to screw up my life more than I have already. Appreciate the comments. And then Dinah Took says, I saw this post when you posted in the wrong sub earlier. I just wanted to message you and say that it was wonderful that you took the comments and used that as a moment to reflect on what happened in your choices. It really sounds like you were focused on moving forward in a better way. That's wonderful. I hope things continue to look up for you and you continue learning from your mistakes to be a better, stronger, and happier version of you and be happier than you were when you first posted about the situation. And then OP responds, thanks. That means a lot. And there is one final update 7 months later from December 21st, 2023. So almost a year. We've gone over like a full saga.
Okay.
Can I
Full
make
year.
a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, the conspiracy hats are in the closet.
I get him. Okay.
Okay, so I think that OP has like turned a new leaf here and is like, I am being responsible. I am being on top of it. I am not thinking that posting Facebook photos of what I'm doing is going to have no consequences. Buckled down for a year and is like absolutely killing it, making a bunch of money, maybe even a new booth thing. I'm throwing down the gauntlet on this prediction. I'm putting it.
So
all
you're
on the
saying
line.
like OP's life, way better.
Way better.
Well, let's find out and go back to reality.
Back to reality.
So, going back to the update. Just realized it's been a full year since I first posted on Reddit that I was worried I was going to be sacked for wrongly declaring I was sick when I wasn't. I got sick pay to go on a last minute cheapy holiday. Company found out I lost my job. I was well, this Christmas is going to be amazing in comparison. Last Christmas was shit. I spent the entire time worrying and then I got fired in January. Well, posting on Reddit was also stupid, and yet here I am again. Everyone hated me and the DMs were horrible. They may be mean again, but I want to feel some people might be nicer this time. So I spent a lot of this year working long hours in minimum wage jobs, but did eventually get a job similar to the one I lost, on lower money, but more overtime, with 2 other part-time jobs to support. Still doing one in a pub, but leaving after Christmas because they've made me permanent.
Congratulations.
Hey!
I know I don't have full employee rights for 2 years, but it's going so well and I'm getting good feedback. I also trust myself not to again. Happy Christmas, everybody.
Okay, so OP at the pub was like got a big promotion or
No. OP's like the main job that was similar to their job
at the very beginning.
the one they got fired from. Yeah, they got that job, but it had like less, it had more hours and less pay. But now full time on that job.
Now full time, kind of back in the saddle, so to speak.
Back in the saddle, no boothing.
No boothing.
And really, OP just is right where they started. Well, with less of boothing.
I feel like
And less
you're trying
money.
to take down my incredible conspiracy theory prediction skills because, in my opinion, guys, did I predict that? Did I
there
predict
was no
that?
boothing.
I said maybe even a boothing. Roll the tape. Roll it.
I am glad OP is in a better position this Christmas.
And I am glad I'm amazing at predicting things.
And you know what? I will give you that.
Yay.
But you know what I want you to give me?
What?
This next story.
Let's do it. Am I the a-hole for refusing to be maid of honor over a bridesmaid, causing her to get fired?
You're fired. Fired.
Woo, another fired episode. Is this the fired episode?
I think this is the
This
fired episode.
I want to know why they got fired.
Also, are we getting fired?
I hope not. Riley, are you firing us?
Okay.
We are gonna have a talk after this. So
Oh, that's
I
too
hate our
bad.
managers.
This comes from Bridesmaid Ultimatum, a very apt username, who says, the people in this story are my best friend Jane, her brother Elliot, and his girlfriend of 2 years, Kathy. My best friend Jane is marrying her fiance Tom in July, and she asked me to be her maid of honor. First sentence, this was sort of expected as my friend Jane is essentially a sister to me. I was surprised, however, that she asked her brother's girlfriend Kathy to be a bridesmaid. My friend Jane later confirmed that Cassie had kind of pressured her into it, and she had done it to make her brother Elliot happy.
Done what?
So there's this like not nice, there's words we can't say that start with a B. Bonnet, but her brother's girlfriend, she doesn't like her. But the brother's like, yo, put her in the way, make her a bridesmaid. And she's like, fine. So OP's not happy about this either, mind you.
OP's not happy about.
This Kathy also becoming a bridesmaid. I think she's
Okay.
like, she's not a girl's
So
girl.
Kathy is like an honorary bridesmaid.
She is a official bridesmaid.
Official bridesmaid, but they're just including her because they have to.
It's a pity party.
It's a pity bridesmaid invite.
She's not a girl's girl. You know what I'm talking about, ladies out there.
Ladies.
My girlfriend says that all the time, so there you go.
girl's girl.
Yeah. She says that all the time. The issue is Kathy hates me. Well, there you go. Plain and
That
simple.
is a big issue.
Yep.
If a bridesmaid hates the maid of honor.
Like, seriously, hates me. She blames me for all the issues she has with her boyfriend, Elliot, and Jane's parents. All? Every single one. And for her not having a better relationship with my friend, Jane. She also thinks that I'm trying to steal Elliot from her. I am not.
Oh my God. Insecure much?
This is sounding like a maniac already, but also cannot handle whenever he and I disagree on anything and will go way overboard defending him and arguing with me. I was determined to put all of this aside for my good friend Jane, though. This was actually not going too badly, but last weekend we went to a bridal shop to choose bridesmaids dresses. If you guys have watched winning stories on this show before, many a situation has gone down around the
Dude,
bridesmaids
bridal
dresses.
shops are just places that are filled with emotions, both good and bad.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be terrified.
Anything can happen.
Anything can, all bets are off.
Okay.
As Gabe from The Office says, he loves maternity wards because things can go so wrong or so right.
What does that even mean?
Because he loves horror movies. And so he's like, I love maternity wards because it could be either a
Is that a
horror
thing?
movie or it could be just like a nice little baby being born.
I did not know that was like a trope in horror movies. I guess I should.
No, it's just that the fact that like a baby and a mom could die in an instant or you have a new life.
Wow. Damn, Gabe.
Yeah.
Well, Jane mentioned that she wanted me and Elliot to walk down the aisle together, and Kathy lost it. I mean, walking down the aisle with her boyfriend.
Why wouldn't the actual boyfriend walk down?
I think why is because Elliot is
maid
the
of honor and man of the
maid of
hour
honor and groomsman.
The
Best man.
best man, maid of honor,
There
and
we
best
go.
man.
I think that's what
Oh,
we're
I
dealing
see, I
with
see,
here.
I
Yeah.
see.
So that that does actually kind of make
That
sense
makes
for the
sense. That
ceremony,
tracks.
right? She called me desperate, crazy, a pick-me, a fake, a fat, and a bunch of other things.
A fat?
Okay, there's no A in fat, but there was a fake and fat.
A fake and fat.
Yeah, so
Fake and fat.
I said a
Yeah.
fake and a fat.
Okay.
So there you go.
Fake and a fatty.
Looking back, I probably should have said more than I did, but at that moment, I could see how everyone was looking at her, and I didn't want them looking at me the same way. So I literally just said, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. Either she's out or I am, and picked up my stuff and left. This is the part where I have to pause right here and ask every single person watching and Samuel Donner, is OP the a-hole for saying this?
Ooh.
Because she's out, remember, she's out of her friend's wedding. The friend is being punished.
I feel like the friend shouldn't be punished for this stinky woman's actions. So I would say OP a little bit the a-hole. She shouldn't have to endure these insults, but maybe talk to the bride and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, can we remedy this? Because it's really hard to have any kind of peace in this environment.
Yeah. Maybe go in together and try to get, because Jane, her friend, she doesn't want Kathy in the wedding either.
Yeah. I guess, actually, you need to go to the groomsmen, I guess, right? Or the
Elliot.
husband, the fiance.
Yeah, so Kathy is the bride's brother's girlfriend.
Kathy is the bride's brother's girl? Wait.
Yeah. So Kathy's getting married, right?
Yeah.
And then her brother was like, yo, put my girlfriend in, like,
Oh,
put
it's
her
the girl.
in.
I thought it was the husband's sister.
It is the bride's brother's girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought it was the bride's fiance's sister. So it is just a brother's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Can kick her out.
Get her out of here, right?
Dude, she does not. That's too. I could maybe understand the husband's sister, right? Like I would want my sister included in like the wedding party, but that is crazy.
Flip scenario though, Sophia's got a boyfriend.
Nah, dude, no
And
fucking way, no, not a chance,
even like as just a groomsman in the
not a chance,
Not a chance?
not a chance,
Not a chance.
unless I was friends with him.
Yeah. Like if he was an a-hole, which of course he never would be because Sophia would never,
Yeah,
but you
no,
know,
not a
hypothetical world.
0%.
0% chance.
Why?
Because Sophia says put him in.
No,
Well, you won't listen to the Worm Queen?
even if they were married, I would be like, nah.
Yeah, because
Why would I put him in? I'm not friends with him.
yeah. The groomsmen are supposed to, that's
Why-
like your boys.
Well, I'm friends with you.
Okay, so the Woodward.
That's different.
That's different because it's like the groomsmen are your boys and the bridesmaids are your girls. Like that's your homies.
Who
Those
the
are your
f- is
closest
this?
homies.
Yeah, wait, dude, I totally misunderstood the beginning of this story. This person should not be in the. Are we sure? Can we go back
Yeah,
and
let's
just
double
check? Because there is no fucking way.
So it's spelled out very nicely here. The people in this story are my best friend, Jane. Jane is getting married. Her brother, Elliot, and Elliot's girlfriend, Kathy. And Kathy is the one that is causing all these problems because she's a bridesmaid. It is the bride's brother's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's wild.
Get her out of here, huh?
Get her right? Would you?
Yeah, the problem is you don't bring her in to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're kind of effed now because it's like, okay, you already brought her in and like kicking someone out is so much harder.
so much harder. But I think honestly, at this point, well deserved.
Right? Because now you're losing your best friend and maid of honor. Yeah. You're number one.
I think I feel like it's fairly whack for OP to just be like, I'm leaving.
Yes.
Like, because
Yeah, is that
that
a-hole?
punishes the wrong person.
to put a bow
I think
on
it's
it
an
all.
a-hole. I think it's a-hole. I think it's
I would
a-hole.
probably say a little a-hole
I think
too.
it's a-hole.
Let
I
us
think
know
it's
what you
a-hole.
think in the comments.
Obviously, Kathy is being a massive a-hole. Wait, is it Kathy? Yeah, Kathy's being a massive a-hole. But yeah, I think OP's a little bit the a-hole for that reaction because it's punishing the wrong person.
Yes, there we go. But there's more to the story. So
But wait, there's more.
I apologized to my friend Jane for the drama and offered her a long weekend of babysitting and some flowers to make up for it. And she accepted it and we're okay now. So OP recognizes what she said in the moment was wrong and is trying to make amends here. Because of this, Jane has said that Kathy can't be a bridesmaid anymore because she wants me as a maid of honor. So
Yes.
we're back where we should be.
Easiest decision of my life.
Yes. However, this has caused issues with Kathy and her brother Elliot by extension. Both Elliot and Kathy have apologized and said that Kathy will behave better for all of the wedding events.
No.
She'll behave better.
No.
It'll be better.
No, you get one chance.
But
You've overstayed your welcome.
I'm not willing to budge.
Good.
OP's with you. OP's with you. Jane's mother and my mother both think I should drop the ultimatum, and I don't want to make things hard on Jane, so I am rethinking it. But I know there's other things she will try to cause issues with me over, and I just don't know how long I can keep being the bigger person with her. So, am I the a-hole for causing this drama? Ladies and gentlemen, answers in the comments. Is OP the a-hole for this?
I honestly think it is the best for the wedding for Kathy to jump in a dumpster and be exported to France.
Yes. With all the stinky women.
With all...
Made sense on so many levels.
Damn.
Well, French don't like deodorant. It's like part of their culture.
No, dude,
That's like their vibes.
Respect for thinking on your feet. That was good.
I was thinking
that
of all
worked.
the mistresses they have and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
That's also they're also
we
stinky
just
for that.
Totally alienated any French people watching, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
They
Yeah,
deserved
dude.
it.
It's a preference.
It's a preference.
It's a preference. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Anyways,
But yeah, no, I think Kathy is not only detrimental to OP's sanity, but for the sanity of the entire wedding party.
100. You like OP's literally said you don't know what she's going to do or make an issue over.
Yeah, you don't invite a crazy person to an event that you don't want to be crazy.
What if she's like, why do I not get to cut the cake first? I'm gonna cut you instead.
Exactly. You don't know what Kathy's going to do. Kathy is a
Kathy's gonna
wild card.
Kathy.
Kathy's going to Kathy.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want an interesting wedding, you know, like everyone has like kiss the bride, kiss the groom, first dance and stuff. But if you want someone to potentially stab you at the cake cutting, that is a memory you'll have for a
Cake
lifetime.
knife fight goes crazy.
That goes crazy. Everyone will be like, hey, the wedding was so beautiful, but remember when Kathy tried to stab the bride?
Wow, what a moment.
Yeah, that is something they'll
Iconic.
remember. If you want someone to remember your wedding,
Yes.
invite Kathy.
For all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know it is a right reason to want something from you? Read me this next story, okay?
Nice.
I don't need the English good.
I'm from France.
Sacre bleu, read this story.
English is not my first language. All right. So, am I the a-hole for laughing at my cousin after she had an absolute meltdown after her boss started buying toilet paper at Costco?
Interesting.
What's wrong with buying toilet paper at Costco?
Possibly everything, according to this title.
Well, let's see. First post ever on this sub, so using a throwaway. Yesterday, I tagged along with my cousin on our trip to Costco. She's always been very high strung. For the most part, we were having a nice time. As we were in the checkout line, a very pleasant man in his 50s or 60s said, hello. My cousin introduced him as the man who owns the company she works for. I sort of stood by as they had a normal small talk conversation, and he even complimented her on helping out with a huge sale, even though she's not in sales, and he said that they were still working out what the bonus was going to be, but it was going to be more than they initially thought. I mean, all in all, it seemed like a great interaction to have with a boss when you see them out in public.
Sounds amazing. Maybe a bonus that wasn't even there to begin with. Who knows?
Shortly after he left, she started to almost hyperventilate, saying, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. I had no idea what she was talking about. And then she started saying, we have to leave. We have to get out of here. That was horrible. I said, I have $300 worth of Costco groceries. That's like a fucking mountain of food and supplies. And I can't come to Costco and just leave. She actually walked away and sat down in the food court. And I was still so lost, but her leaving caused an even bigger scene because I had to go find her because we needed to scan her membership card because she has the membership card. She was in absolute hysterics at this point, and even the cashier asked if she was okay and if they could get her some water. Well, we paid, walked out, and she appeared to be so physically weak. I told her to lay down in the back seat and I would load everything and drive.
What is happening?
What do you guess? What's your conspiracy theory?
I mean, maybe there's some sort of like backhanded thing. You know, when someone's like being like fake nice and it's like, oh yeah, we're going to do all these amazing things, but it's almost like code words and you know that they're like actually being awful to you.
I think it's not the boss being awful. I think OP is potentially going to get caught in a lie.
Interesting.
I haven't read the story, so I don't know.
Right.
But I think OP is like worried about because of this sale coming to fruition and like going through all the details of this commission that she's going to get. She's realizing, oh shit, they're going to find out that it was all fake.
Oh, that it was like
Because why should it be in hysterics?
right. You'd be like
Sick. That's
celebrating.
awesome. Yeah. No, I think
Interesting.
there's some nefarious business going on.
All right, put a nice you in the comments if you see that, guys.
And also, if you haven't subscribed, I'm hurt.
I should see you subscribing.
Yeah, or we'll fire you. So as I was driving, I finally asked her what was going on, and she screamed at me saying, "My boss just saw me buy toilet paper. Do you know how humiliating that is?" I actually thought I misheard her, so I said, "Wait, this whole thing is over toilet paper?" She screamed, "Yes, I'm probably going to get fired."
Oh no.
She screamed, "Yes, I'm probably going to get fired." I asked her if she seriously thought she was going to get fired for buying toilet paper. She said yes, and that she can't let anyone at work know her private life. What does she use to wipe her bottom?
We will never know.
We'll never know.
Except now we do.
I told her I doubt he even noticed, and I also doubt he thinks about her bathroom habits. But he also probably assume she shits and pisses like everyone else, except Kim Jong-un.
Oh, what does he do?
He doesn't do any of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He doesn't shit or piss.
No wonder he's cool.
Yeah, dude. He stores it all in his belly. That's why he's a little
Delicious.
inflated. Then she screamed back, "Your job is so easy. You couldn't possibly understand how much pressure I'm under at work. I'm going to lose it." At this point, I lost it and started laughing harder than I knew was possible. Not only was it ridiculous, but I felt she was attacking me. Instead of going back and forth, I felt finding humor was the way to go. She said, "You're actually laughing at me? You're such an I do you a huge favor and you're laughing at me." She got to my house and dropped me off and sped off with my groceries. I called my aunt to make sure they got at least put in the fridge, but my aunt said my cousin overreacted, but I'll probably need to apologize to be able to get my stuff. So, am I the asshole? So do you think, John, I want to know in the chat, what do you think? Or I want to know in the comments, do you think OP's the asshole? But John, is OP the asshole? And 2, should OP apologize to get back the groceries?
I do not think that OP is the asshole. I think unless there's some other thing going on that we're not aware of, like I think this person is just like completely overly obsessed about all the wrong things and like appearance and
Yeah. Well, it seems like she suffers from anxiety.
yes.
And is overthinking every little thing. But like OP said, everyone poops and pees.
That's the thing.
Even
like,
us. Even us.
And the boss, I don't know, like, again, all we have is this story to go off of as per usual, but the boss did seem like very friendly, very like when you run into someone in the grocery store, like, hey, like chatting it up, you know, saying, hey, we're trying to work on this thing for you. Sounds like a pretty good boss.
Yeah.
And not the boss that would want to fire you for witnessing you. What maybe, but wouldn't he mention it? Wouldn't he be like,
What's that toilet paper?
what are you buying over there?
I didn't know you wipe. I thought you used bidets.
You disgust me.
You disgust me. You're fired.
You animal.
You
How dare
animal.
you murder trees for your backside?
Exactly.
But he
Do you
didn't say
even care about the Amazon?
He didn't say
Probably
that,
not.
though.
He didn't say that.
So
But he thought it.
he thought it. I think OP is not the a-hole.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, what would I do
What do you
in
do?
this situation? I would probably apologize just to get my stuff back and to not have to deal with this mess.
And potentially distance myself from this friend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a regular thing, but this is kind of crazy.
Seems a little bit off kilter.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
no thanks.
No, thank you. But you know what I always say thank you to?
What?
You for
Oh.
subscribing.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing that just now.
We appreciate you.
We know you did, and you wouldn't lie and say you did and have not done it.
Because if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.